Welcome back to the Crypto Prepper Show. This is channel. This is Crypto Prepper. All right, so yesterday we set up our Bitcoin USDC bot, and so far so good. It's doing pretty well. Just in the movement that it's done in the last day, has gained 0.24%, and then all the buys and sells that it's made here has put $9.26 into my USDC wallet on Coinbase. Um, so, what we're going to do today is we're going to start talking about broadening out our portfolio. So, Bitcoin is the biggest in market cap, it's the most known, the most popular, right now. It's the highest market cap. Uh, and I say right now because what we've had recently is and today is January 24th, 2025. So Trump has started his second term about not even a week ago. It was just earlier this week. If it's just been the longest week because it feels like so many things have happened. But he signed some executive orders yesterday that were pretty interesting. And one was saying that uh, the strategic reserve is going to be digital assets and not just Bitcoin. So that's not what the market has really expected. There's people that were saying that it was still going to be Bitcoin, but then when you actually read the executive order, it says digital assets. So um, that takes me to the next point. And typically, when I am broadening out my portfolio, I'm going to go onto like Coin Market Cap and look at the different cryptos based on market cap. So you have Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Binance Coin, so on and so on. But with the recent things that have taken place with the executive order, I'm almost thinking that a it might be a better set and forget kind of more stable, uh, less risky portfolio to maybe base it on American made cryptos. So here on CoinGecko, it's kind of like CoinMarketCap, where it ranks it. They've actually created a new category where it lists in rank or in it lists ranked by actual market cap, but only lists coins that were made in the United States. So we have XRP, Solana, Cardano, Chainlink, Avalanche, Stellar, Sui, Hedera, Polkadot. So, um, maybe a better portfolio for United States people, and maybe overall, because the United States is the biggest capital market. These are the ones that U.S. companies, banks, uh, fund managers, maybe they're more likely to go into these. Um, so they might give you better returns. And I say might because I don't know. Nobody really knows, but you're going to have to decide on your own. But I thought this was kind of cool that they did this. This is a newer thing. So the next on the list, well, Bitcoin's not even on the list because we don't know who created it, but it does make sense to have a Bitcoin bot, just to use that as a benchmark. Because if you're not outperforming Bitcoin, then it doesn't really make sense necessarily. So anyway, we're going to go back over to Bitscap, and I do already have an XRP USDC bot. This one is a little different though. It's not the grid bot that we talked about with Bitcoin. It's a little different. So this buy the dip bot is meant to be utilized in a short as a short kind of thing, and in theory, it does better in a downturn. But in the case of the last 8 days when I set this up, you can kind of see XRP has gone down, even though it's not a whole lot. It's kind of sideways to down. And I set it up like the day after we hit the new all-time high at 340. So it's creating a bull flag and could have another um, pop in it once this bull flag breaks. So we won't go into any of that. And I do that on my own, but I'm not going to get into any kind of chart analysis on these videos. I just want to help you set up these bots so you can set and forget them and actually go on to do other things. So we're going to, except for the point about knowing that we have uh, strategic reserve coming with digital assets, and they're most likely going to be U.S. based assets. So these are the top contenders to be involved in that. So we're going to kind of make our own little strategic personal reserve portfolio, and I already have Bitcoin done, so we'll just leave that at least for another 29, 30 days because in demo mode these do disappear. So, but in real life, they'll run for years if you let them. And that's the way we kind of want to set these up moving forward. Let me see here. Good. I got something in my way here. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go to start a new bot. It's going to be a grid bot again. And it won't let me use USDC because I already have a pairing with USDC. So I'm going to do USDT just for this example. And, knowing that, okay, we've got some good support here, just under $2. So I'm going to drag my low price there. This one's a little trickier on the high price because um, it's right under its all-time high, so it kind of hit and it exceeded its all-time high of 338 based on depending on whatever exchanges. So it's just kind of been fighting up underneath that and creating this, series of lower highs and higher lows, except for down here, um, and kind of creates this flag structure. So when that breaks out, it's gonna really get crazy on this one. So what I'm gonna do before I forget is I'm gonna go into manual adjustment and I'm gonna turn off the pump protection because XRP likes to move fast and it moves hard. So, if it does another move like it did from November when Trump won the election to December, it went up, 450%. It could do that again, maybe not from here, but even if it does it from here or here, I don't know. That could take us into the upper 8, 9, $10 range. And if that does happen, your pump protection off is going to capitalize on that. So I'm not really worried about setting my high range. I just want to get a good mix. So I think our Bitcoin we did at 1.5, and depending on your timeline and the coin individually, you know, because you can only set 100 levels, if you did want to take this up to the okay, so it won't let me do that. Here we go. So if you did want to capture all of that, and have that in the structured in your bot already, figuring that a measured move percentage wise from here to here, from and if it does that again, it could take it up into this range, and then you could, if you wanted to, take your pump protection off because XRP can get kind of volatile too, so it could pop up to here and then retest this old all-time high of 338, 340. And it could do that really fast. So if you wanted to make sure you capitalize on any of those drastic moves, you could set your range higher. Um, and it gave us an acceptable range here at $8 or so, still with the grid lines at 97 with a 1.5 step. So if I back test this, it's probably not going to give me a whole lot, 1.9, but that's still pretty good. You know, it's better than you would get on that money in a bank. So, but if I take it back down to the 450 and do a back test, it's going to have more money on each one of those lines, which is why it gives you a bigger percentage return. So, it just depends on what you want to do, um, and uh, what you know about the market and what you expect. And, you know, you could leave it down here and take this pump protection off, and it's still going to capitalize on on that big pump. So, we'll just go ahead and keep it in this range, um, you know, from 189 to 450. Even if we just do a measured move of this breakout, you know, could take us into that range. So we'll go ahead and do it there. I think we did a back test and it was 2.22. So that's kind of cool. All twos. Let's go ahead and do that. So we'll continue there. And it'll set those lines up. Success. Okay. So the next one on our list is Solana. Solana just had a nice pump um, late last week, earlier this week. And that was another one of those things where you wouldn't necessarily know it, and I kind of forgot it until I was thinking about this earlier. But we had a nice little pump in Solana because of the Trump coin. Like the day before he was inaugurated as president, he put out the real Trump coin, and it's even on this list here, the official Trump coin, and it went from 18 cents to $70, and now it's back down to 31. So you can kind of see we had some huge volume spike, and oh, that'd be interesting if that was a 702 retracement. I don't think it was. So this is what new coins do: is they pump real fast and then they'll go into an accumulation, and this could last. In the case of like XRP, it could last like 5, 6, 7 years. Who knows what Trump coin's going to do, because it's just a meme coin. So I don't know if you want to get into those. I, no, I'm not going to, but to each his own. So anyway, back to the Solana USDC pair. I don't have one on this. Oh, okay, shoot. I was looking at this message and I totally spaced looking at this. Okay, so now that message is gone and it'll stop confusing me. All right, even though I've got a couple years experience in this software, sometimes my mind has a little bit of a glitch. So with this one, uh, I do believe that is also the all-time high. So it also hit its all-time high the same day that XRP did, on the what day was that, the 18th and 19th. But we have some good support here, even stronger support here. So maybe I'll take that to there and then see what happens if I take my uh, price up to there for '09. Okay, so that's too much. Okay, so 1.5. Let's play around with the grid steps with this price range. Just like XRP, it could pop up another, whatever percentage this is from here to here. So if you were to try to gauge that, you can kind of use your bars pattern and take the move and bring it over. It breaks out of this triangle that's forming. It's going to get somewhere in towards the top of that range that we already have. So I think that's pretty good range for Sol. Let's back test this to see what it would have got us in the last 30 days. 1.87. Pretty good. So we'll go ahead and start that. Make sure everything is good. Our pair, exchange, investment, the grid step, grid levels, our price points is all good. So we'll go ahead and start that. And, time will tell which one performs better and help you decide. Because even if you want to go into these coins, you know, I definitely recommend starting everything in demo mode first. So just because I have one more to go, I'm going to do a Cardano one and start new bot, grid bot. ADA is the ticker, USDC. And the way you could find that, okay, so it does say it right after the coin. So another thing that to keep in mind is you're more than likely to find all of these coins on US exchanges because they're US based coins. If you're in US, that's something to worry about. So Coinbase is a lot better at listing stuff than they used to be in my day. Back in my day, I started when Coinbase only had Bitcoin and Ethereum and Litecoin. Actually, I think they only had Bitcoin when I first bought in 2013. But anyway, even in 2017, when that market got going, they only had three that whole market cycle was Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. So what a different time now. All right. So I'm going to go off on that little tangent here, but keep our grid step the same. So I've got 5K, ADA USDC, 1.5 grid step. And here, let's go ahead and we do have some good support here. Let's see what our all-time high was, if this shows us. Because I don't think ADA recently hit an all-time high. Here we go, all-time high. It was on September 2nd, 2021 at 309. So that's way up here. And because we are designing these bots to set and forget, maybe we do just take that up to that all-time high. And even with this grid range in the last 30 days, that would have given us 1.57%. So that is pretty good. Pretty good. And then this is definitely going to be set and forget. Um, because we are in the point of the cycle anyway that the not saying that it couldn't go back down below 75 cents, but it's not likely at this point in the cycle. So there's never going to be a truly set and forget coin portfolio. You're going to have to know where you're at in the cycle. We're towards the end of the bull market. So, I'm going to put this because there's, crypto's done crazier things than go from 97 to $3. XRP just did it in November, and even if we were to take here, maybe this is going to be smarter. So we'll do our, where'd my bar pattern go? Here we go. Bars pattern. So even if I take the move from November 5th to December 3rd and 4th, when we had the first leg up in the alt altcoin or alt season, and it does a measured move of that from this from November 5th to December 3rd. If it does another measured move, that takes us into the $2 range. So maybe I'll just keep it there. Let's see what that would have given us. It should give us a little higher, 2.3. So um, I like that. I like that. It's looking good. And there's nothing to say that if it does go below 75, it's probably is not going to stay there very long. It could zip down there and then. So if it does, your bot's going to capture all of that. So you're going to be happy either way. But the likelihood of it testing this support is pretty low. So, especially this point in the cycle. And ADA being one of these American made cryptocurrencies, um, I think you have a lot less risk than you might with other coins. So we don't need to worry about this because that's a good range. Leave everything else on. Continue and start our bot. All right. Well, hopefully that was helpful. And this now you know of this new, uh, not really an index, but kind of like an index on CoinGecko. You can find out which American-made cryptos are uh, in the where they rank as far as market cap, and then play around with even some of these others that you know are down lower on the list and maybe have more room to grow because these market caps being 2 billion versus the 180 billion that XRP is and 125 that Solana is, it doesn't take a whole lot more money to really move these other coins. So, even just Chainlink, it's only 3 spots lower than Cardano, but it's half the market cap. So, you know, it's going to be easier for that coin to move. So you can play around with the grid steps and back tests and all of that fun stuff to figure out where your risk tolerance are and start enjoying some passive crypto gains. All right. Well, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be moving further down the risk curve as I move forward in these videos and eventually talking more about these really cool KuCoin bots that we have. These are definitely going to be more hands-on and not going to be set and forget. But, you know, we're going to be moving that way. And if you want to join me on this journey, subscribe, like the channel, put that bell notification on. And if you're interested in getting started messing with Bitscap, I'll put a link in the description. Check that out. And we'll see you next time.